Good morning. Hello and welcome. I'm Coach AD. Today is Thursday, July 6th, 2023, and our topic of discussion this morning is mastering self-discipline, a key to success. So we're basically going to look at skills that can be real game changers for anyone in the world of business. And when I say anyone, I mean anyone. And this skill in particular is self-discipline. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, why self-discipline? Well, I'll tell you. Self-discipline is the secret sauce that separates the top performers from the rest. It's the secret sauce that separates the eagles from the pigeon. So whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are a business leader, or someone aspiring to step into the world of business, mastering self-discipline is key. Obviously, here in Team Alpha, we develop leaders to run and own multi-million-dollar financial services businesses. So more than anybody, this applies to everybody on the team. But again, this is for anyone in the world of business. Now, when we talk about business, we're not just talking about making profits or closing deals. We are talking about creating value, making a difference, and leaving a lasting impact. And to achieve all these, we need self-discipline. So please get ready as we uncover the power of self-discipline in business. So let's start with the basics. What is self-discipline? And why is it so important in business? Well, self-discipline is the ability to control our impulses and emotions to stay focused on what needs to be done. It's basically the capacity to endure the discomfort of the moment to reap the rewards in the future. It's choosing the essential over the expedient. The simplest way to put it is something I read or heard years and years ago. Self-discipline is the ability to give up your today to have a better tomorrow. So anyway, in the business world, self-discipline translates to various things. It could be persevering through a challenging day, week, or month, even a quarter, even a year, who knows? Making tough decisions that are right for the business, or sacrificing immediate benefit for long-term success. You see, when we're in business, we are constantly faced with challenges and decisions, and that's where discipline comes into play. It allows us to stay focused, it allows us to make informed decisions, and it allows us to keep moving forward towards our goals. No matter what obstacles we encounter, it's the driving force that keeps us going when times get tough. Now, just so you know, self-discipline isn't just about grit and determination. Even though those two are important, it's also about patience and consistency. It's about setting your sights on a goal and working towards it, day in, day out. It's about not letting distractions derail you from your path. You might be wondering, but why? You shouldn't, but you might be. Why is self-discipline so crucial in business? Well, let's consider someone training for a marathon. Let's say you decide, you know what, I want to run the New York Marathon, 42 miles, I believe it is. Well, if you want to run the New York Marathon, you need to train consistently. You need to maintain a healthy diet, you need to get adequate rest, and so on. Can you skip a day of training or indulge in unhealthy food now and then? You probably can. But it definitely won't help you perform your best in the marathon. Similarly, in business, self-discipline is what helps us consistently perform at our very best. And you have to remember, the business landscape is highly dynamic and often unpredictable. There are so many factors beyond our control. Life happens. That's the simplest way to put it. However, self-discipline is one aspect that we can control. Self-discipline is something in our power to control. It's our secret weapon that can help us navigate through the uncertainties of the business world. Now, some of you might be wondering, but I've gone through this, I've gone through that. Yes, but self-discipline helps you get through to where you're going to. Okay, so now that we understand what self-discipline is and why it's important in business, let's look at how it plays a role in business success. In other words, self-discipline influences almost all areas of your business, from you setting goals, to you making decisions, from you managing your time, to you running your team or your organization. Self-discipline is key. So first, let's talk about goal setting. In business, setting clear, measurable, and achievable goals is critical. Having clear, measurable, and achievable goals is critical. But you can set all the goals in the world. You can set every single goal you can think of. Yes, I have all these goals. Wonderful, super. Okay. But you need what? You need self-discipline. But you need self-discipline to do what? To consistently work towards these goals. Because even when because you're going to encounter setbacks, it's part of life. With self-discipline, you'll be able to keep on going through them, because self-discipline is what helps us keep our eyes on the prize, ignoring distractions and focusing on the tasks that will take us one step closer to our goals. Now let's consider decision making. As a business leader, whether you're just starting out or you've been in the game for a minute, as a business leader, you'll often be faced with tough decisions. The nature of the beast. Sometimes you'll be tempted to take the easy route, but self-discipline helps you choose the right path, not the easy one. It allows you to weigh the pros and the cons, consider the long-term implications, and make decisions that align with your personal goals and the vision you have for your business. Time management is another crucial area where self-discipline plays a critical role. In today's fast-paced business world, there are countless tasks demanding your attention. However, not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks are more important and impactful than others. Self-discipline helps you prioritize these tasks and focus your energy where it matters the most. It helps you create a balance between urgent tasks and those important for long-term success. How about team leadership? Everybody who wants to have a business desires to have a system that runs without them. Ideally, a system where independent entities, human beings, are able to move the business closer to its financial goals. Now, leading a team isn't just about delegating tasks or making decisions, even though that's important. It's about setting an example for your what? For your team members. When you exhibit self-discipline in your actions, your team members are likely to do what? They are likely to do the same thing. Self-discipline helps you become more effective and a more respected leader. So again, guys, the role of self-discipline in business success, like I said, the things you have to remember. 1, goal setting. You have to have goals. You have to follow through with those goals. Self-discipline helps you do that. 2, decision making. When you're self-disciplined, you can take the tough decisions because you know you will see them through. 3, time management. When you're self-disciplined, you'll understand how to create a balance between tasks which are urgent and those which are important for long-term success. Without self-discipline, what do most people do? They focus on tasks that they consider urgent. For example, We're all across the nation. We're in all time zones. I get that. But in your time zone, and I'm talking of time management specifically, in your time zone, the ideal time to set appointments is between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Unfortunately, what do a lot of people spend that time doing? They spend that time doing busy work. They spend that time doing things that can be done before 9 a.m. or after 9 a.m., which doesn't help. So again, if you have self-discipline, you'll understand that at the crucial moment of, or the crucial hours of 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., setting appointments, being on appointments is the most important thing. Team leadership, again, the same thing. Self-discipline, your teammates don't have to like you. They don't have to whatever, but at least when you're disciplined, they see that you know what to do and are leading by example by being focused on achieving results. All right, having said that, let's talk about developing self-discipline in business. This is extremely important. Why is this important? This is important because at the end of the day, some of us think, well, I'm not a very disciplined person. Understandable. Self-discipline is not an inherent trait. Self-discipline is a skill that can be developed with practice. So how do you develop self-discipline? Like everything else, there is a way to go about it. Firstly, what do you have to do? Start with setting a clear and specific goal, or clear and specific goals for yourself and your business. That's the foundation. What is it that you want to achieve? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to accomplish? Start with hourly, then go to daily, then go to weekly, then go to monthly, then go to the quarter, then go for the year. What do you want to achieve? By when? How will you know you've achieved it? You have to be as specific as you can. So again, you have to understand, what do you want to achieve? When do you want to achieve it? How will you know you've achieved it? What are the measurables? And you have to be as specific as you can. With some of you right now, I'm working on giving you your specific game plans for hitting milestones. It's as specific as can be. Anybody who follows the game plan and follows the specifics is going to accomplish it. That's just life. So again, be as specific as you can be. Why? Because vague goals lead to vague results. If I leave this, and this happens often, maybe it's time to eat lunch, I'll leave the building and I'll say I'm hungry. I'll say to myself, I'm hungry. If I'm with someone, I'll say to the person, let's go eat. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. We have a goal. We want to eat. But are we specific? No. We are very vague. So because we are very vague, we end up eating, but where we end up eating is a mystery. Now, with lunch, that's okay. We live in America. We don't live in the Kalahari Desert where food is scarce. So if we don't go to the right oasis, we won't have anything to eat. No, there are plenty of choices here. But the point is, same thing with business. If you say, I want to make X amount of money, but you don't know how you're going to make it, you don't know when you're going to make it, chances are you won't make it because you have a vague goal. So anyway, once you have your goals in place, you have to create a plan to achieve these goals. Break down your goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Then create a timeline to complete these tasks. This plan serves as your roadmap guiding you towards your goal. So for example, we know that someone wants to, you're in this business, and your goal is to make, let's say you are an entry-level leadership person, you're a district leader, and your goal is to make $1,000 or more each day. It's very simple. What do you need to do? You need to set 8 macho appointments. I'm not going to go into macho right now. If you want to know, just send me a message. If you're on the team, obviously just ask your leader or just reach out to me. You need to set 8 macho appointments, knowing that 5 will hold, 3 are going to do business, and 1 is going to join your organization. If you're a district leader, the 3 who do business, all things being equal, will pay you about $1,000. How often should you do that? Every day. Every day. But see, you've broken down your goal into smaller, manageable tasks. If you just tell yourself, I want to make $1,000 today, good luck. Chances are you won't make it. So now, once you have this plan and it's your roadmap, this is where self-discipline comes into play. You have to stick to your plan. You might need to tweak it along the way, but you can't abandon it at the first sign of difficulty. You have to stay committed to your plan even when it gets tough. Why? Because it will get tough. Why? Because something that is tough is a state of the mind. So when something gets tough, it's a state of the mind, because what you consider tough is something somebody else considers as breakfast. Facts. There are things I can't even dream of going through that people go through every day, and they're like, oh, well. And there are things I can go through that if you were to face it, will be like, this is crazy. So what else? Another crucial aspect of developing self-discipline in business is cultivating a proactive mindset. Many people don't have a proactive mindset. What does that mean? They wait for problems to escalate. Don't do that. Don't wait for your problems to become bigger. Don't wait for your challenges to become problems. Whenever something happens, address it as soon as it surfaces. Don't wait for opportunities to come to you. Seek them out. Yes, it's wonderful for everybody to get 1,000 referrals a day and so on and so forth. But guess what? Being proactive in looking for people means taking charge of your business and your success. And that, ladies and gentlemen, makes life much easier. It might seem harder on the front end, but when you understand you're the captain of your fate and the master of your soul, things get better. Consistency. That's another key to developing self-discipline. It's not just about what? It's not just about doing something once in a while. Or making massive changes overnight. Consistency is about making small, consistent changes that accumulate over time. They say Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't know how long it took to build Rome. Maybe a week, maybe a year, maybe a decade, maybe, I don't know. But the point is, Rome wasn't built in a day, which means everything didn't come together at once. So you have to be patient and you have to keep moving forward one step at a time. Finally, when it comes to self-discipline, keep reminding yourself of your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why did you start this business? Why are you working towards this income goal? Your why is your motivation. It's your driving force. When the going gets tough, remind yourself of your why to stay disciplined and focused. I read something about someone whose child was diagnosed with some form of cancer. The man worked in finance. And they said, listen, the diagnosis is dire. Your child is going to die. What the experts told him, the man said, heck no, my child is not going to die. So he started doing research. He started looking at alternatives. He started doing everything that he could possibly do within his power as a human being. And guess what? His child is still alive years later. Why? Because he discovered certain things that even his doctors were not aware of. He had a very strong why, his survival of his child. So he kept on going and going till he found, I'm not saying he became a doctor, no, but he found out things that he was able to speak to the doctors about them trying out and this, that, the other, and the third, and the child survived. So it's the same thing. Have your why, because when the going gets tough, your why will help you focus on why you started in the first place. Now, what about the challenges of self-discipline in business? This is what everybody is going to run into. Despite our best efforts, we all face challenges in maintaining self-discipline in business. What's going to happen? I don't care who you are. There are times you are going to feel overwhelmed. There are times you are going to feel stressed. And there are definitely times you are going to feel demotivated. Crap, nothing is working out for me. Crap, everybody is on crap. This is so much work. It's going to happen. There are also going to be times when distractions seem too hard to resist. Hey, listen, come hang out with us. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Let's go here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Whatever. It happens. These distractions may be too hard to resist. It's all part of the journey. And guess what? It's completely okay to encounter these things. However, what's important is how you respond to these challenges. So how do you respond to them? Firstly, acknowledge the challenge. Don't ignore it. Don't push it away. Don't pretend that it's nothing. Recognize it for what it is, because once you recognize it for what it is, you can effectively address it. Next, what do? Try to understand the source of the challenge. Is it a lack of motivation, a distraction, an unexpected obstacle? Identifying the source of your challenge can help you come up with a solution. Once you do that, seek help if needed. You don't have to do it all alone. Whether it's seeking advice from a mentor, discussing the issue with a sideline or a colleague, or even seeking professional help, don't hesitate to reach out. So for example, when I have challenges, and I've had some major challenges in the last year or two, I reached out to my mentors, hey, because I didn't know what to do. Hey, I have a question for you. Do you have a few minutes? Sure. This is what I'm going through, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What do I do? What do I say? How do I handle it? My mentor, because my mentors are generally people who've been through what I am going through, they know what to do. Say this, say that, do this, do that. I do it and boom, everything sorts itself out. Now, the next time I run into that challenge, I don't need to call them because I know what to do. And now I can mentor other people when the same thing happens to them. Now, also, guys, it's crucial to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Self-discipline is important in business, but it doesn't mean you neglect your health. For example, I work as hard as anybody, but every day I make sure I walk 10,000 steps. I make sure I walk at least 10,000 steps every day. People are like, you like walking. It's not like I like walking, but I need to do something to make my body, stay in motion. And I also try to go to the gym every day, Monday through Thursday, for at least 1 hour. Why am I telling you this? Because again, you can't neglect your health. Because if you neglect your health, I don't care how excited you are about business, you will die before your time. I mean, you can die at any time, but you don't want to die from exhaustion or because you are not taking care of your health. Finally, keep a positive attitude. There will be ups, there will be downs. Maintaining a positive attitude can help you stay disciplined and focused even during tough times. Remember, challenges are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones to success. So you have to keep a positive attitude. Yes, it might be hard at times. I agree with you. You might feel like the world is conspiring against you, but you still keep a positive attitude. It's like the story I read or I heard ages ago. A guy got shot. This guy was always positive. A guy got shot, and then as he was being taken to the hospital by EMS, they said, "Sir, are you allergic to anything?" The man looked at them. I mean, he was bleeding. He wasn't, smiled and said, "Yes, I'm definitely allergic to bullets." So he kept a positive attitude. I'm not saying you should go get shot. I'm just giving you an example. So now that we've talked about developing self-discipline and overcoming challenges, let's discuss how to maintain self-discipline in business, because self-discipline is not a one-time effort, it's a continuous process. First, keep your goals in sight. Have a vision board. Regularly review your goals and progress. Are you on track? If not, what's causing the deviation? Do you need to adjust your plan? Do you need to adjust your schedule? Regular review keeps your goals fresh in your mind and helps you stay disciplined. Review your goals all through the day. Next, celebrate your achievements. Whether it's a small win or a major milestone, take time to celebrate. Celebrations not only boost your morale, but also reinforce your self-discipline. I'm not saying go crazy and go pop champagne. I'm saying celebrate by saying, listen, you've done a good job. Pat yourself on the back. I do that all the time. Leaders, winners, they do it all the time. Another effective strategy, and this is why we have the Mastermind Mastery Meeting every morning at 10:30, Monday through Friday. Because another effect, and we have our Zooms open all day as an organization. Because another effective strategy is to cultivate a supportive network. Surround yourself with disciplined and motivated people. You know, over here, I know I said we have the M3. In the morning, you get to hear from me. I'm not going to spend my time talking to you about nonsense. I'm going to spend my time feeding your head, helping you with your self-development. By 6:30, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, you get to hear from Coach Mariama. The same thing. By the time you listen to me for 30 minutes in a day, you listen to her for 30 minutes in a day, talk less of all the other training we do, it doesn't matter who you are. You fed yourself with 1 hour of stuff that is going to make you a better person. The average person doesn't do that, which means if you do it for 1 week, Monday through Friday alone, you've already given yourself an additional close to 10 hours of positive reinforcement, or 5 hours rather. I'm counting all the other training. But you've given yourself an additional 5 hours of positive reinforcement. In a month, that's 20 hours. In a year, that's 240 hours. That puts you ahead of the average person out there. It's going to rub off on you because one day you're going to run into something and you'll remember something you heard at one of these things. And you're like, wow, I can get through this. That's the point, guys. Lastly, continue to learn and grow. You have to remember, self-discipline is not a destination. It's a journey of continuous learning and growth. Whether it's reading books, whether it's plugging into leadership training or seeking feedback, you must keep learning and you must keep growing and you must keep improving. If you're not improving, you are withering. And if you're withering, eventually you will die. That's the cycle of life. So anyway, as we wrap up, let's reflect on our discussion. Self-discipline in business is not about restriction or deprivation. It's about making choices that align with our goals and values. It's about taking charge of our businesses and our success. So are you, the person listening to me, ready to master self-discipline in your business? Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Take it one step at a time. And before you know it, you'll see the transformation, not just in your business, but in yourself as well. If you are coming here from the internet, don't forget, don't miss out. Subscribe, like, and share the content from the Team Alpha channel for more valuable insights and inspiration. If you are looking to start a business in the financial services industry with a low investment and huge upside, let us know. We will be happy to talk to you. And if it makes sense, get you going. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of self-discipline in business. Remember, you have the power to shape your business and your success. And that power starts with self-discipline. Until next time, this is Coach AD signing off. God bless America.